Welcome. It has been grossly apparent to me that while looking through my videos, that I showed off my slime block elevator in Minecraft, but sadly enough, completely seemed to have forgotten to actually edit together and upload the already recorded tutorial, or at least the show through, I guess you could say, of me showing you how to make your own. So I'm now getting to this finally for some god awful reason. And it's going to be basically a lot of trial and error. You're also going to want to make sure you have a T flip-flop in progress if you want it to work like with a button, like I do. And it's basically you're going to want to do multiple sets of these T flip-flops and etc., and then wire it all together in a weird way, which you'll, I believe, see. It's been a while since I recorded this, so I can't remember how much I go into. But I will say you are going to need some redstone dust, a redstone torch, a redstone repeater, a button, your block of choice, a slime block, and obviously a obsidian block. Because obsidian blocks do not move when the slime block moves. So that means you could put those obsidian blocks down and then have the slime blocks work as a elevator without the slime block screwing up in any way where it just does not return back into its positioning. And as for the slot you're going to want for the slime block elevator, it's going to be about a, it looks like a normal 3x3 block square, or square block or whatever. And obviously a sticky piston. And as for the amount of redstone dust, redstone torches, and repeaters, it's if you plan on building this in survival, you're gonna need a lot. I mean, an extremely massive amount of redstone to make this kind of thing work. But it's I won't say that it's not doable because it actually should be doable, just perfectly fine. But I will just say that it's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass. And make sure to put down your redstone repeaters at an even rate where you don't have too many of them, and you gotta make sure you don't put them in the wrong spots, because when I was doing this, there were some spots on the elevation that the redstone repeaters were not gonna want to work. And once you see that you have the elevator going up and down with the T flip-flop button, you're gonna want to have that set up so it connects to the redstone on the floor above you to push another slime block out to stop you from falling back down the hole, unless you want to keep a close eye on how far up you are and then push yourself forward. I mean, if you want, but that would just mean you would basically do it with less redstone and less of a hassle. And as you will see, you're gonna have some problems every once in a while with the aligning your character's hitboxes with the actual box slots in the upper floor. But once you get it down, you'll get it down. It normally helps if you have a block right there behind you, so that way you know where you are. Now, as you can see, I did that one as a test without the slime block above me, so I showed off that it is doable with less redstone. But if you want a multiple floor redstone elevator like I had in the video before, like way back, you're gonna need some slime blocks to be pushed out to stop you from falling. Unless you want to continuously build T flip-flops and elevator shafts and kind of make it a little bit more of a bigger build. Not to say that this isn't a big build as it is, but it will get pretty expansive with the redstone. And this is probably one of my more advanced redstone builds, I believe, because I'm not redstone savvy. And so I'm going to leave you at this. Just keep in mind that it's going to take T flip-flops and multiple of them, a lot of redstone, and a slime block above you if you're making multiple floors. And don't forget trial and error. You will find mistakes that you will have to fix. As long as you know the basics of redstone, I could say you should be able to handle yourself. But if you need any help, just look back at this video and hopefully, you can kind of copy the layout and everything that you feel would help you in your situation, depending on where you're getting stuck. So I'm going to stop talking, I'll let you watch, and then just play some music.
possible.
Alright, well, it's now a lot later on in the build, and hopefully you have taken note of the ticks I had put on the redstone repeaters, because depending on what you're doing on the elevator, or depending on how high in the floors you're going, and etc., and how you want it to be, you're gonna normally want about like two or three ticks, depending on what seems to work for you. There will be maybe a little bit of a lag, I believe, but just again, take note of the ticks that I do in the video. Again, go back to any section where you see me putting down a redstone repeater and just rewatch. I mean, sometimes there'll be just one, no ticks or whatever. Not one. There'll be just like no ticks. Sometimes there might be just one, or maybe even two, but it should be fairly simple and easy, just as long as you just keep in mind that you can always go back and rewatch anything that you need help with, or just leave a comment, etc. And I'll try and make a better, more compromised build. Not compromised, like more condensed, I guess. More of a smaller, more of like a 2 or 3 floor kind of build. Just so that way I can maybe help anyone who has a little bit of a problem figuring out exactly how it works, or who wants to know how it works, or something like that, or anything of that nature. But without further ado, I'm gonna stop my rambling and just go right back into playing the music for you guys, and enjoy.
Now, oh, and whoa, let it now.